Hey guys, it's Zach from Vapor Rider Reviews. Today we're doing something a little bit different. So there's been a whole bunch of mini box mods coming out on the market for mid-range vaping, and here we are with 7 of the most popular, and we're gonna take a look at all of them. We're gonna start from the worst and go to the best. So here's the worst. It's the Vapor Flask. It's a clone. I'm not a big fan of it. It has an internal LiPo battery, which worries me a little bit since it's made in China. The feel of the mod itself, not a fan. Button placement, ugh. It's basically just a DNA 30 that goes up to 35 watts instead. It vapes on this Atlantis, and that's at 35 watts. But since it doesn't have step down, even on something like this, anything sub-ohm, you're not going to be able to get lower wattage vaping. So I would give the Vapor Flask a 3 out of 10. Next up is something that's had a lot of hype about it. It's the Cloupor Mini. It's a 30-watt device. It's one of the smallest we have here right now. Smallest for the amount of power it has too. It's a pretty well constructed mod, but Cloupor worries me based on their track record so far. Again, it vapes too. That's at 30 watt. That's at 26 watts on the marquee RDA. But same thing, no step down technology. So lower ohm regulated vapors, probably not for you. Solid construction, does have some button rattle, which is annoying. Because of all of that, I would give the Cloupor Mini a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have our first box from Dovpo. It is the DT-50. It's been around for a little while now. It was a little ahead of its time when it was released, to be honest. It's a 50-watt box with a 4,000 mAh LiPo in it, so it has a good bit of battery life. Problems I see with it: this button position's kind of funky, so is the screen. Screen's kind of small, doesn't really give you too much information, but it vapes, it does its thing. It also has this cool little thing when it's vaping. Not a bad box, but it's bulky and it's ugly. Those designs on it, not a big fan. I'd give the DT-50 a 6 out of 10. That 4,000 mAh battery is a step in the right direction though. Next up, we have one of the most hyped mods of these mini series that's going around. It is the Sigelei Mini 30 watt, and we'll put this marquee on there. And this has been, I've liked this mod a lot so far. It comes with this nice little silicone case. It's got the really nice Sigelei buttons like they've done for most of their mods. Of course, it vapes. That's 30 watts. The battery compartment is actually on the side, and I really like that. It just opens up, you stick your battery in, and that's all you have to worry about. Compared to the Cloupor Mini, it's quite a bit bigger, but you don't really feel that much more in your hand when you're vaping on it. And the solid construction of the Sigelei and the case just makes it a better choice than the Cloupor for me. I give the Sigelei 30 a 7 out of 10. Next up has been one of my favorites, and this is silly, I got a K-Fun 4 on here. This is the Mini Istick. This is Istick's newest mini offering. It goes up to 5 volts, so that's a little limiting. You can't put an RDA on it, but when you have a K-Fun 4 with a nice build in there, you don't even need that high wattage. It has a very nice screen that gives a lot of useful information. It gives you your percentage of battery life, so you know just how much time left you should have on your battery. LiPo battery again, so it just charges with a regular micro USB. That's a really nice feature, and it charges in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes is the longest I've had to ever have it on a charger to get to full. Mini Istick, I give it an 8 out of 10 just for what it is. It's not an RDA pushing machine, it's not a cloud chaser, but it does its job well and gives you a lot of useful information. Now, next up is a little bit something new. This is the Dovpo Mini 50 watt box, and this is actually a beta version I have right here. They're going to be releasing this one in the next couple of weeks, but they gave me one to test out, and I'm glad they did. This is one of my favorite mini boxes that I've used so far. There's some glitches so far as the beta version goes, but they are being smoothed out as we speak, and they're not even that serious. Got my ghost on top of here, and there's your 50 watts. Very nice. It is a small box. Compare it to the Cloupor Mini, which is 30 watt box. It's only a little bit larger than that. Compare it to Sigelei's, it's even smaller. Now, finally, is the last 50 watt box in this grouping, and this one, ooh, whoops, son of a bitch. This one has definitely been my favorite so far. It is the Sigelei 50 V2, and aesthetically it is absolutely beautiful. They've done something right here. They took the 100 plus design, put it on this 50 watt box, and it is great. Absolutely solid box. Doesn't have those sharp corners. Got nice large button on the side here and at the bottom for your up and down wattage. And battery compartment actually swings out and is connected with magnets. So really easy access to the battery compartment, and it does not open when you don't want it to. This one has been my favorite of all the boxes so far that we have here. I have to give it a 10 out of 10 so far. Mini Dovpo, 9 out of 10 just because of beta version. These two boxes, that's why I put my RDAs on top of them. They're where it's at. These two boxes are going to be the wave of the future for your mid-range RDA vaping, high wattage clearomizers. You can throw your K-Fun tank on there. It doesn't matter. It'll handle it all and it looks sexy doing it. Well, that's all I have for you right now. That's a review of a couple of new boxes on the scene. I hope you like them. You can check them all out at www.vaporider.net.